r/AskReddit by Reddit. What's a rule that was implemented somewhere that massively backfired? My city has issues with loud bikes/vehicles. So as a deterrent, the city put up decibel meters that displayed how loud your engine is, similar to those signs that read your speed and display it to you. But instead of deterring anyone, people would pull up to these signs and rev the heck out of their engines to see who could get the highest decibel count. The city took the counters down within a week. I work in manufacturing, and we get paid piece rate, so the more I run the more I get paid. We also have a base hourly pay rate of $10/HR, so whichever pays more, the hourly or the piece rate, is what we get paid for the day. On bad days sometimes they bump us to $12/HR for the day, and when we train new people we get paid $15/HR to compensate for having to slow down or stop our machines to teach the new people. The big boss, my boss, came in last week. Now he used to work on the line, like I do now, but you can tell he's living comfortably in his corporate life and has forgotten some of the bad parts of this job. He told my boss that we are to no longer receive training pay because, by his logic, if we are working with someone we should be making more than $15/HR anyway. And these past 3 weeks or so we have been doing a lot of training. So a few of us got together at the end of the day and agreed, if they aren't paying us, we won't train people. We will teach the new people enough to make us some money and leave the training to the designated trainers. 2 people split between 15 or so new hires, but they make $17.50/HR. The policy lasted 4 days. Buddy of mine told me about a happy hour promotion at a bar ran close to his campus. Apparently the special was something stupid like 50-cent beers that lasted until the first person went to the bathroom. As he tells it, the first few weeks went without incident, but once it got more popular, people were going to extreme lengths to not be that guy, including wearing adult diapers. Once people tried to covertly pee in corners and trash cans, the bar cancelled the promotion. This was a real thing in a hooligan's bars in Costa Rica about 15 years ago. You paid a low entrance fee and could drink all you wanted before someone had to take a pee. At first, people started going out of the bar to pee in the mall's public bathrooms. So, once you went out, you couldn't come back. If you had to go out to take a phone call, you were screwed. This promotion went for long, until problems aroused between people inside trying to take a pee and others trying to avoid it. Also, the infamous Barbados vs Grenada soccer match. The organizers of the 1994 Caribbean Tournament Cup had a rather odd change to the rules for extra time. If a game was still drawn at full time, it would go to extra time, but the first goal scored would win. This is perfectly normal, the golden goal rule. What was different is that they ruled that winning this way would count as having won by 2 goals for the purpose of tournament qualification, instead of just 1. Barbados went into a match against Grenada needing 2 goals to qualify for the main tournament. If they lost or won by only 1 goal, Grenada would qualify instead. Under the regular rule, this would mean that if the match went to extra time, there would basically be no point Barbados playing, because even if they scored, they would only win by 1 goal and not qualify. But the 2-point rule would motivate them to play on. Sound good? Well, you might be able to guess what happened. The match looked like it was about to end with Barbados 2-1 Grenada, a win for Barbados, but not the 2 goals they needed. So Barbados deliberately scored an own goal in the last few minutes of the match, making the score 2-2, hoping to trigger extra time and a chance to score the magic 2 value goal. The Grenada players quickly realized they could do the same. Score an own goal to make the match 3-2 to Barbados, which would have Barbados winning by only 1 goal, so Grenada would qualify. But the Barbados players realized that too, and so they began to defend Grenada's goal. So for the last 7 minutes of the match, Grenada were trying to score a goal in either net, since scoring a goal against Barbados would give them 3-2. And they would win the match, and scoring in their own goal would make it 3-2 to Barbados, so they would lose the match, but win the qualification, and Barbados were defending both. Amazingly, Barbados did actually manage to do so, successfully defending themselves, while half of their team were defending Grenada's goal against Grenada, and then scored the golden goal in extra time and qualified. I worked at Masses one Christmas and found out the reason why you can never find anyone at the registers is because they don't allow employees to stand at the register because it's intimidating. I can't tell you how many times I gave up trying to purchase something there because I couldn't find anyone to ring me up. My last job got a new facility head. She didn't like the fact that we wore shorts in a kitchen in the summer when temps would get over 100. She made a new rule that shorts weren't allowed, but skirts were fine. My supervisor told me I didn't have the stones to wear a skirt to work. I'm a male. Guess who showed up to work the best day in a skirt? The new rule lasted about a month before the new leader got tired of cross-dressers running around the facility. Once I started it, all the other guys started wearing skirts as well. I do not miss that place. I used to work at a semiconductor lab looking for defects in computer chips with an electron microscope. The work is complicated, precise, and easy to duck up. One wrong move, and the sample is toast, RLIP, lost in processing, as they say in the B's. Management got really angry at LIPs and started clamping down really hard on technicians who did them. If you ducked up a sample, you got written up. The problem is that not all jobs are created equal. Some jobs are really easy, and other jobs are really hard and risky. So, the smart technicians started taking all of the easy jobs, and the idiots who didn't know any better started taking all of the hard jobs. The LIP rate then went up, and it created a really contentious atmosphere in the lab of people screwing each other over to take the easiest jobs. Morale plummeted, and people started leaving to go to other groups that weren't poop sandwiches. This drove lab output down even further. A hotel I used to work for decided they were having an alcohol-free holiday party. This didn't sit well with the people who'd been working there for years and were accustomed to a full bar at the party. The staff parking lot ended up being full of people drinking in their cars trying to get a good bus to carry them through the party, and most people ended up getting way drunker than they would have, so the party was a crap show. Worked for a warehouse 4 days a week, 11 AM 9:30 PM Monday to Thursday. They reiterated many times during the interview process that overtime was optional. My first day my supervisor told me that overtime is indeed optional, but if you don't stay for overtime then everybody else has to stay even later. So if you do leave on time, don't come back. Whatever. I didn't mind the extra hours too much, although a 10.5 hour shift is already long. But the bonus was that we could go early if all the orders were done. As you can imagine, the good workers busted their ass from start to finish, cutting as many corners, good and bad ones, as they could in order to get out early. Normally this ended up with us being able to leave around 15 minutes early, or on a really good day where the stars aligned, everybody showed up, we could leave as early as 7:30 or 8. However, leaving that early only happened once or twice a year at most. Overtime was every week. Every single Monday we would work until 2 AM 11 AM 2 AM isn't ideal when you have no idea when you're off. At around 7 PM we'd start to get an idea if we are in for another hour or another 6. One of the genius new hires mentioned to the boss in the office how he was hoping to get out by 6. Oh good. Apparently the boss was thinking us leaving early was a common occurrence now and decided that nobody was going to be leaving early anymore. Sweep or dust or whatever, but nobody leaves until 9:30. All of a sudden we were late every single day without fail. Why? We were working our asses off to get out early, but failing every day and ending up on time or still late. By taking away our ability to leave early, everybody gave up working hard. Slow down. We've got another hour left anyways. I'm not sweeping. Went from about 45 hours a week to 55. 13 hours every day. Nobody ever left early anymore, but nobody left on time either. Losses for everybody involved, because the boss didn't realize that us leaving early for 2 days out of a year actually gave us the daily motivation to work our asses off the other 360. TL. Dr. Boss put a stop to leaving early. No incentive to work our butts off anymore means paying overtime every day. Thank you for watching Reddit. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more r/AskReddit videos. Share your stories in the comment section below.